Breathe in the sky, every sun, every moon, in every galaxy, into your heart. Oh, we are one. I am. Breathe in the trees. Breathe in the trees. Every leaf, every flower, and every blade of grass, into your heart. Oh, we are one. I am. Breathe in the sun. Breathe in the moon. Breathe in every galaxy. Into your heart. I am. Into your heart. I am. Into your heart. We are one. Oh, we are one. I am. We are one. I am. We are one. I am here by the grace of the universe, and everything I own is only on loan, and every experience I've ever known has been given to me by you. Oh, by you. this simple truth every day. And you created me, and I know your love will stay. So I surrender, and I surrender to you, and I surrender, and I trust in you as I fall into your invisible arms of unconditional love. I feel your love pulsing through my veins, and I know you are here. I feel you in the air. Oh, so near. And I step into your light, shine so bright. Oh, shine so bright. So I surrender, and I surrender to you, and I surrender. Breathe in the stars. Breathe in the sky. Every sun, every moon, in every galaxy, into your heart. Oh, we are one. I am. Breathe in the trees. Breathe in the trees. Every leaf, every flower, and every blade of grass, into your heart. Oh, we are one. I am. Breathe in the sun. Breathe in the moon. Breathe in every galaxy. Into your heart. I am. Into your heart. I am. Into your heart. We are one. Oh, we are one. I am. We are one. I am. We are one.
Good evening. Hello. Ree. I see Ree in the room. Hey, hello.
Hang on, sweetie.
Hello. Lovely to
Hi,
see
darling.
you. Hi, Anna. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Jen. Oh, I'm coming to see you soon. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah, me too. Love all the lights. Look at you in your twinkly palace.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really interesting because my internet has been really bad, and it's been like this for about 3 weeks, and I've had them out like 3 times, ringing them like nearly every day, like, oh, this is really bad, and I'm trying to run a business, can't get online, and I've just realized it's actually I have my modem plugged in a, like a double, them double plug socket things that hanging out my wall, literally. And so it's been like on a wobble. So it was actually me, I think, anyway. So we'll see.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I'll keep off the phone now and stop giving them grief. Caroline.
Hello.
Sorry, Ray, go on.
No, I just wanted to hope it's all right to Junior, because I'd like to do some stuff with you. So I thought this would be a nice taster session to see what it's all about. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. It's lovely to see everyone and to connect with everyone, because my life's been taken over by puppies and children at the moment, so I can't do mornings. Can't seem to get into any morning sessions just now. So yeah, no, it's really nice just to be here with everybody. Lovely to see some new ladies. Hi, Karen. Hi, Diane. Hi, Katie. Pamela. Hello, Sarah. Liz. Oh, Liz. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Sharon and Fiona. It's lovely to see you all. So I thought I've got a bit of a mixed bag tonight, actually. So I thought it's been lovely today. I don't know if it's been nice where you've all been, but the sun's been really beautiful, and I've been out on my bike and all over the place. Been to see my granddaughter. She's just taking her first steps today, which was just lovely. So yeah, it's so sweet to see her off in a little independence now. And yeah, so I thought we'd work a little bit with the Temple Empress, because she is such a beautiful archetype for I always feel this time of year is a bit water element, so it always feels like, we're just starting to come back to life a little bit as spring starts to really bring us out of our little hibernation cave. So we're going to have some cacao if you've got some. If you don't have any, don't worry at all. We can just have tea or whatever you've got. But if you can have a hey Fiona, if you can have a journal, some oracle cards, if you've got some, that'd be cool, because I'm going to use them in our journaling tonight. If you've got some grapefruit oil, that would be nice. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Hi, Jules. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You can have anything that you really like. So we're going to work with a little self massage, and then a nice spring activation meditation as well, and some journaling. Yeah, I think that's all for tonight. So that's all you need. It's just a nice quiet space where you're not going to be disturbed. And yeah, so welcome into our circle. And hi Chrissy. And yeah, we'll open our space when we're all settled. So get yourselves nicely comfy, make your little, I like to have a little a little safe space for yourself, so where you're not going to be disturbed. Hi Heidi. And yeah, let's create a little ritual space. So closing your eyes nicely and just bringing your awareness inward. Let's have just a couple of breaths for ourselves, a little opening ceremony. And if you have a candle as well, that might be quite nice, if you do have a candle close by to light. And then, like I say, just some cacao as well. And so you might have an intention. We're moving this week into new moon in Aries, which I always find with Aries energy. My dad's an Aries. So I've been brought up with that fire, that masculine, divine masculine fire in the house. So I can quite often, hi Marika, I can quite often resist, and I've been working a lot with the divine masculine just recently, because I love being in my divine feminine chaos, but from a business point of view, we need that masculine structure a little bit as well. So I've just been fighting with that a bit, but it's coming in. I'm starting to make friends with it. So yeah, let's have a little arrival. So again, you might have an intention. You might be nicely connected with this lovely springtime energy. So as you let your cells land, and again, just having that nice space, getting yourself comfy, however that is for you, however that works for you, whether you're sitting on a chair, on the floor. If you need to lie down, you can do that as well. And then from that place, just feel it into the base of your body. Again, just softly close your eyes, bring your awareness inward. And if you'd like to, you can take one hand onto your heart, maybe one hand onto your lower belly, or just palms down on your knees. But the invitation at the moment for the energy just now is to really get grounded in the body. So if you want to have your hands you know, in connection with your body, so you can just feel that physical connection with yourself. And taking a couple of nice deep breaths in. Again, just allowing your lungs to expand, your belly to soften and expand. And then feel as if with the out breath, you just let your weight down a little bit more. It's just as if you just allow your shoulders to just to relax a little bit more, just dropping any tension there. And be aware of the base of your body, feeling that connection with the solidity of earth beneath you. And just keep following the out breath. So from 6 p.m, we're working with this lovely downward flow of kapha energy. So we have that nice down-shift, which is quite natural for these more meditative processes. So just bringing your awareness to the tailbone and just feeling into your connection to your earth, whatever that is for you. So whether that's your chair or the floor. And imagine a root, and it might be a thick taproot, it might be more fine roots, so whatever that root is for you. And we begin to spiral our roots down through our seat, down through the floor of your building, through the foundations of your building. And if it helps, you can circle your body a little. And just starting to, if you're a little bit in your mind, you might want to just bring a little bit of a circular movement in your body, nice and slow. And imagine that you begin to wind your root down. And down through the foundations of your building into the softness of the earth beneath. And down through the mycelium layer, this beautiful connection layer. And down through layers of rock and stone, crystal and granite. And then deeper down through ancient water tables, tectonic plates, through all the layers, to the very heart of Mother Earth. We might see the heart of Mother Earth as a red crystal. And as we come to a still point, it's feeling that our roots arrive together, all wrapped around this beautiful heart crystal of the earth. And then as we allow that vibration of red to rise through our roots, up through our root chakra, filling our body with the vibration of red, surrounding our body with the vibration of red. And it's just as if Mother Earth wraps her arms around us and gently holding us close. And then from that space, take another deep breath in. And as you do so, just feel as if you take up a little bit more space. As we open this space, we ask for the support and protection of our circle. To the element of earth, to the direction of north and the season of winter, for the deep caves, for our roots and foundations, we welcome you. To the element of air, the direction of east and the season of spring, for our breath, for our beliefs, thoughts and communication, we welcome you. To the element of fire, to the direction of south and the season of summer, for our passion, actions and potential, we welcome you. to the element of water, to the direction of west and the season of autumn, for our blood, for our healing, intuition and emotions, we welcome you. To our animal and spirit guides, our helpful ancestors, we welcome you and thank you for your presence, support and protection. To the goddess Ishkakau, for your beauty, love and compassion, we honour you and your medicine as we do our work here today. To all our relations and ancestors, our circle is now open. So as you bring your cacao in to your heart field, just taking a moment to really connect with the heart vibration of this beautiful medicine. And as we bless our sacred cacao with our love and our intentions tonight, knowing that the spirit of cacao, it said, leaves the rainforest when our planet is out of balance. So cacao is here to, I'm sure, to heal the heart of the world. So you might have an intention in mind, but I'd just like to take a moment to honour the people involved in bringing this beautiful medicine to our cup. To the faces we will never see and the names we will never know, we thank you. So at your first sip, welcome the spirit of this beautiful being. And then at your second sip, feeling the warmth and love from this beautiful teacher plant. And at your third sip, set a beautiful intention for yourself and invite your hearts to open. And then as you take just a couple of moments to finish your cacao, and just have a little moment just to connect in with the energy of spring and how that feels for you. So how do you connect with that energy? And we're going to work a little bit with the Temple Empress tonight. So she kind of, I feel, links very well with spring because she's all about flow, she's about pleasure, and she's about fun, and she's about play, which our lovely Anna will love. So I always feel there's a like a lightness at this time of year. It's like a relief, like we've got through the winter, and you know now it's time for the lightness of spring to start and inspire. So she's very much about pleasure, passion, contentment, ease, grace, flow and fulfillment. So she prioritizes that. So she prioritizes, you know, I always say, like, we take life way too seriously an awful lot of the time. So she really, you know, invites us to play. Also, this time of year is often governed a little bit by this maiden type energy. So this more light, playful energy. So when we look at this, she's also invites rest and rejuvenation. So if we are women who tend to burn out on a regular basis, maybe overgive a little bit, you know, we've also got this time of year, which is a time of balance, because the spring equinox is about balance. So the invitation is really to take guilt-free rest time. And, you know, again, for many women, taking rest, we can, you know, we may have learned through our ancestral line that, you know, it's not good to take rest. We might feel guilty if we take rest. So she really invites that. She invites also, because she's about the second, she's like resides in the second chakra. So she's also about this flow of our feelings, of our emotions, and by expressing our feelings is, you know, creates this like free movement of life force through our body. So there's no blockages anywhere. We speak our truth. We, you know, we ask for our needs to be met through our voice. So she's also creative energy. So when we come to this time of year, you know, the natural world is beginning to come to life again, and we've got this lovely fresh energy of spring. I always feel it. It's like a kind of breath of fresh air, you know, just as if we've been stuck indoors, and you can open the windows and let the outside in all of a sudden. So if you would like to, I'm going to bring our candles in. And because we've also got this lovely energy of fire in the Aries new moon as well, I always love the energy of fire as this spark of growth. So we have got this, you know, this energy that's just starting to inspire this spark of growth. And like what is lighting us up at the moment, you know, what is starting to get us a little bit excited as we move into the rest, you know, the rest of this year. So if you want to just pop your candle down just somewhere where you can just take a moment to gaze into the flame. And spring also has the promise of you know, this we have this we've been through this death cycle, which is through winter. So we've got the winter death, and then spring promises us the, you know, the rebirth. So we have this lovely rebirthing time as well of new life beginning to emerge from the, you know, from the ground. You can see it in, you know, the shoots, the daffodils are starting to show now, reminding us that the sun is, you know, gaining strength again, and it's coming back. So our work right now is to get grounded, to reconnect with our physical body and to tend our inner soil. So if we think about a gardener, I don't know how many of you are gardeners in here, but in the garden, you know, in the garden, we are clearing, you know, we're sort of clearing the space, getting ready to plant, you know, plant our seeds. And that's also happening within us as well. So just like the gardener prepping the soil for planting, it's important for us to pay attention to the nutrients that we need for our own inner soil to plant our seeds within that. And also a time to connect with this establishing firm roots. And I talk about this all the time. For those of you that know me, I always talk about this grounding, you know, really keeping our energy grounded. And I think now more than ever at the moment, if you're working with energy, you know, it's pretty crazy just now. So, you know, as we move through this sort of portal of time, to, you know, to keep our roots deep, nourish our body with, you know, the maybe slightly lighter foods, you know, perhaps that are, you know, a bit more available to us at the moment, and just really feeling that this is only the beginning as well. So this is still, you know, still the invitation to go slow. It's just the beginning of spring. So it's, you know, I always think about, you know, the gardeners that go out and start like straight out of winter, then start digging, and then they end up with the backs. Like people used to always come to yoga with like, I can't walk, like, can't walk my backs. I've been gardening, like, you know, just gung ho going straight out and and digging. So yeah, so it's like it is about doing the groundwork at the moment, but more just that in a gentle way. So I thought we'd just have a little meditation. If you've finished your cacao, I just thought we'd have just a little meditation. Then we're going to go into a bit of journaling with your oracle deck as well. So really also this, what I'd like to, I mean, some of you probably, if you've worked with me for a while, probably pretty much got your self-care down, but then again, we may have forgotten that as well. So, it can be that we come back to the self-care. If you are a person who's very much affected by winter, the darkness of the winter, and maybe in the winter you just feel a bit depressed and you may be a bit low and everything goes out, everything, because often when we're, if we're feeling that way, everything that we know we need that helps us tends to go out the window. So it might be a good time now to, just to look at what can we bring in, what have we forgotten, what have we forgotten that we, used to love to do, and what can we bring back in. So if anybody would like to, put any chat stuff in the group, do, that might, be relevant as well to our session. So let's get comfy again, and again, just have a little moment just to feel the activating kind of energy of spring, and how that is for you and how that's resonating for you. Again, just being aware of the winter and the effect the winter's had. I'm not a winter person. I was born in May. I like the summer. I'm very solar powered. So getting through the winter for me is, in fact, so much so I have kind of been thinking like later this year, I definitely need to get a summer holiday in November to get me through the winter, just have that bit of extra sun. So yeah, let's just feel into a bit of a meditation with some seed energy. So imagining that we're little seeds, and again, you might have that awareness already of what your life for this year is going to be. You might have already planned it out. It's really interesting. Now normally I have like the whole year planned out, and this year I've left quite a lot of my year actually free because I just want to work a bit more in flow this year. And I'm just starting to get a few little ideas of what might happen this year for me as well. So if you is there any change for you as well? How are you feeling different? I know in a lot of the sort of collective groups that I'm in, that they're kind of saying that it's been a little bit more difficult this year to actually pinpoint like where we're going next, and finding that inspiration for the year ahead. So that might be something as well. So you can close your eyes a little bit as well. And again, just feeling into, I'm really working with, at the moment in my own life and work, is how can I make things uncomplicated, more easy, less busy, like static energy, just simpler, just more chilled, more relaxed, and just really uncomplicate things. And that's my kind of vision for the year ahead, is it's a bit easeful. So you may have your own awarenesses on how you want your life to be. So as you're connecting with your breath, again, we've got them nice roots grounded safely down. And this is a practice that I would recommend every day, twice a day even. So we feel into that connection of our roots. My camera kit's going a bit weird. And then again, you might want to just close your eyes a little. And as you connect into the slowing down of your breath, bring your awareness inward. Just allow your breath to bring with it this feeling of calm, a feeling of well-being, and just allow that feeling to spread through your body so that you feel settled and safe. And you can just allow the earth's wisdom to be with you. So aligned with this season of spring, you can imagine that maybe you are a seed, small and shining. And as a seed in the softness of the ground, full of possibility and new life. As your seed self, you are nestled into the earth. You've been resting through the dark winter, dreaming about what you may become through the coming year ahead. As the time of a new cycle begins, it's time for you to start your journey to awaken. Imagine the light of the springtime sun warming the earth, and gentle energy and warmth moving through you gently, breaking you out of your shell. Imagine sending your roots down into the warm earth so that you can draw up what nourishes you and giving you strong foundations for your growth. And then from there, imagine beginning to grow upwards, beginning to take up more space, unfurling slowly and blossoming towards the sun. As you grow upwards, taking up more space, drawing in the light and the power of the sun, sending your roots deep, you are in a process of becoming who you are to be next. Just allowing yourself to stay with this feeling of growth and expansion, blossoming in your own time, and really seeing this next version of you. So as this year unfolds ahead of us, in the coming months, what would you love to create for yourself? What would you like to dream into being? What is exciting for you at the moment? What is beginning to grow? And then what groundwork do you need to do to tend your inner soil to support the growth in your life? So as you begin to gently deepen your breath, and just allow yourself to come back slowly into our space. Does anybody like to have a little share? I don't know if anybody wants to share anything of where they're at, how they're feeling. what they're up to, what's rising for them. We're going to do a little bit of journaling, and if you've got your oracle cards as well, Sharon, I thought we'd do a little bit of oracle and journal together. Hey,
that sounds lovely. Oh, thank you. It's so lovely to be here, Andrea. Yeah, I just felt like it's worth sharing because, you know, when we go through these big things in the field, yeah, the attention came to me that I was meeting resistance. And I feel like that's a thing right now for a lot of people. So you know how you said the people were a little bit like, you know, not here, not there. And I said, like, I put it out there. Is it menopause? Is it this? Is it that? No, it's resistance. It's your own, like, stuff.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I did I held a workshop today, a retreat day today, and it was really nice. I did a Karuna Reiki kind of thing about releasing resistance, and I thought, I'm going to bring that in for myself every day. So that's my commitment to me. But again, you know, without you, we won't be on the self-care path. So thank you again.
Brilliant. Lots of change ahead and good change. Brilliant. So what I'm really aware of at the moment, and just in my own personal journey since September, I took to a path of really of growth, and it's been awful. It's all I can say. I'm getting to the other side of it now, but I've been in doing a lot of shadow work, and what I am really aware of is that when we start to work a lot with like more quantum sort of energy, quantum leaps and stuff like that, is that we really must be grounded, because what happens is as soon as we start to make those bigger changes, is our resistance comes up, a lot of resistance and a lot of fear as well. So what I'm learning is that, you know, to be able to move through change well and easeful, is we must make sure a lot of self-care. Our human, you know, our energy field is happy as to do big stuff, dream big, create big. But our human self, our little human, can get a bit like quirked out. So, you know, making sure that we're, you know, daily grounding, sending them roots down deep, relaxation, dancing, doing whatever, doing whatever you need to do to be really embodied. Because this year was a lot of the, you know, the guidance this year is about embodiment. So, you know, it's all right being spiritual, you know, been on a spiritual path, but if we're not embodied in it, and we're not, you know, it's not going out of our four walls, you know, we're not, you know, we're you know, acting out spiritual on our yoga mat and then going out and kicking off with our neighbour because they've parked on our drive or something, like, it's not, you know, it's not correlating. So a lot of it is really about how can we carry our spiritual practice out, and, you know, so that we're being kind, you know, really it feels as if we're moving into into a time of it just feels like such a time of kindness and compassion for others, and allowing people to have their views, and, you know, just accepting people in their space. Acceptance is quite a big thing, and being kind to ourselves as well. So, oh, brilliant, Anna, that's cool. Fantastic. So if you want to get your oracle deck out, I thought we'd just do a little bit with some cards. And is this Fiona? Last 12 months been significant fear. Oh God, yeah, me and Fiona are on a sort of similar path, actually, aren't we? Yeah, I know. Yeah, actually, I'll just tell you a little bit. So some of you, if you've been working with me just recently, will know, like, I've been watching Vikings, and I'm absolutely loving this Viking stuff. And so because in the coaching stuff that I've been doing, and I'm really understanding how much I resist the divine masculine energy in my life. I've chosen, you know, quite negatively in masculine environments, have, you know, masculine vibe with my dad all the time. So when we were then being invited to bring a masculine structure into work, I resist it like mad. So we did a meditation to meet our divine masculine, and my divine masculine was a beautiful Viking. So I've made such a lovely connection with this in my inner Viking energy, and it's actually been really helpful. And I'm feeling like I'm not actually been really funny, really, because it was quite a simple meditation. But yeah, it's just allowed me to not be so much in resistance of adding any masculine vibe in. So yeah, it's been quite good. Claire knows I've been bit of Ragnar energy. It's always good. If you've not watched it, I can recommend it. It's my Muggle time bit of Netflix. So great. Has anyone else got anything they want to share in the circle tonight? Hello. Oh, Katie. Hey. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi.
You all right, honey? No.
I'm just going a bit too fast.
Oh, okay. Grounding.
I've just lost my way completely.
Oh.
I've sold my house and I feel like out of my debts.
Yeah, when your house is like your foundation, it's like your home. And so it's you know, again, that slowing down and, you know, just making sure that you're doing all your self-care practices. Really.
Yeah, I don't know what self-care is.
Yeah, well, you do.
Yeah.
You do. So yeah, getting that structure back in place, because I always think about, like, when you move in house, it's like or like relationship breakdowns, anything like that, it's like air element gets hold, and if we don't stay grounded within that, it's like the balloon is just off and it's flying free, and it can feel really unsteady. You know, so yeah, definitely just try and get in. Maybe you want to write a bit of that down, Katie, as well, you know, today, you know, maybe commit to something for this next bit of time, you know, structure, some sort of structure.
Yeah, I've just kind of been pushed into this, and yeah, I'm out of my depth.
Yeah, so like I say, grounding.
Yeah.
Grounding, slow everything down, you know, time to breathe, you know, just relax as much, you know, the relaxation stuff. Yeah, overwhelm. Yeah.
Sleeping. I didn't sleep for 5 days.
You haven't slept?
No, I haven't. I've been taking some sleeping tablets.
Yeah, that probably might not.
I stayed at my friend's house, sort myself out.
Yeah. Well, that's it, connection, you know, connection with others as well is really helpful.
Yeah, I've been sea swimming today, and you know, I'm trying.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're all right. You're strong character, Katie. You're amazing. You'll get through. You will. You're inspiring. So far. Missed you. I haven't seen you since August. Ree, are you talking too?
Oh, I just wondered, love, if you've got any tips about that structure thing, because I also feel that's, that I lack the discipline, and I tend towards just being a lazy ass and not doing it. But I find it hard to sort of build in the self-care, is there any?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the thing with creating structures is do one thing, just do one thing. What do you love doing? I suppose what do you enjoy doing?
Well, I love yoga, but I never do it. So that's one thing. It's a bit like you said, everything falls by the wayside in winter. So maybe that's one thing.
Yeah.
I could try and get back.
Well, the thing with yoga is just put a yoga mat out.
Just do something.
Have a yoga mat at the side of your bed or somewhere in your house and just stand on it. Even if you just stand on it and do mountain pose for 5 minutes. Just say, right, I'm going to have 5 minutes on the mat. I'll do, a bit of warm up, a posture or two, and that's it. And usually once you get on your mat, you'll be on there for a little while.
Yeah. Just getting off.
And journaling and stuff you can do as soon as you wake up in the morning. I mean, what I find with the morning pages, if you wake up and just write, I'll always say, like, if I don't journal in the morning, it's like I ain't had a poo, literally. I have to clear it all out when I wake up, because a lot of your subconscious mind processes when you're sleeping. And so, that is
the question, Andrea. Do you ask yourself a question and then it just all pours out? Or
I just write anything. If I wake up and think I don't know what to write, I just write I don't know what to write over and over again for a bit until other stuff starts coming up. It's actually quite surprising how negative our mindset can be when we first wake up in the morning. When you start doing it, it starts to, I always call it like polishing the mirror. Like when you've had a shower and the mirror's steamed up and you can't see yourself. Well, that's what I think we can often wake up like in the morning. And so that journaling and just getting it all out, and then you can burn it. You don't have to keep it, just burn it. I wouldn't look back over it, just chuck it on fire. And then it's, then you can sort of see yourself clearly.
Okay, thank you.
See all of your stories. In fact, actually, very interesting. I'm just listening to Sacred Contracts by Caroline Mace, and she talks about, and this is really, she talks about we've all been put under a spell, and this spell breaking. So these limited mindsets and stuff and stories we tell ourselves are like spells that we've been put under. From the stories we've been told, the beliefs and all of these limiting things we've been taught are like spells, because what we say is like our words are our spells. And starting to spell break. So, when you've got limiting stuff, when you see them as like, is this mine? Is this my belief, or is this something I've been told to believe? Is it something my mum used to say, or my granny used to say, or, so that I thought that was quite interesting. So if you've got your card decks, if you want to give them a little shuffle, has anyone else got out to share actually as well? Does anyone else want to share a little where they're at? I think this year's quite an exciting year. So, all right, so the first journal prompt, and you can use your card. Oh, that sounds good. The Be Well group on Facebook, Fiona's saying you can attend on Zoom Monday to Friday. It's a free group on wellbeing. There's also the Inspiring Circle as well, which is quite a nice circle as well on a morning. Brilliant. So the first journal prompt is what groundwork do you need to do to tend your inner soil to support the growth in your life. And you can use a card for that if you want. If you want to pull a card on it, you can do. I'm in the woods at that time now. I have to get up really, really early and get out with my dogs before the baby comes. So I can't do any morning stuff anymore.
Can you say that again, Andrea?
What's that?
The journal prompt.
Yep. So the journal prompt is, what groundwork do you need to do to tend your inner soil to support the growth? Like the next part. So I always think that what is the next expansion? What is your next expansion? What is it you're moving towards? What's like your theme? What's your theme for the year? We usually have a kind of a bit of a theme for the year ahead. Oh, Ashley, I've just realised who you are. I just seen you there. I thought, I recognise that. And then where do you want to see growth? Have you got like a focus for this year? Is there something that you're particularly directing your focus on as a part of your life, whether it's your health, whether it's your work, relationships, your spiritual. Oh, really? Makeup free. Oh, nice. Natural. Gorgeous. Yeah, so what area are you focusing on this spring? I'm actually just starting to get out on my bike, and I'm really aware that 56 next. I want to get a bit fitter this year. So I've been getting out on my bike. I need to get out of breath a bit. So, and that energy, like I always find like this time of year, like April, March into April, I get like a little, I don't know if anyone else gets like a little burst to do something a bit active. I always feel it a bit at this time of year. So yeah, I've been on my bike a couple of times. It's been really nice. And then what do you want to see blossom? What do you want to see blossom this year? Again, if you want to pull a card for each one of these journal prompts to support it, you can as well. So what do you want to see blossom? I think a lot of the conscious people are quite excited about this month. Been quite it's quite a prominent month, I think, this month for us. Quite a lot of good energy. And then also, how can I nourish myself? How can I nourish myself at this time of year? So how can I nourish myself? Again, spring is quite a good time to do a little cleanse. If you wanted to do a short cleanse, it's the energy supportive for that, and especially around the new moon as well. It's quite supportive for you know, doing a short cleanse. I'm feeling as well at the moment, I'm kind of aware just from my own experience, is that I'm feeling this beginner energy. Like it's as if I feel as if I've been around a whole cycle and I've come back to the start again. And it's like I'm in this beginner's mind sort of energy just now. And so I'm working on letting go of sort of pushy energy, and a bit more open to allowing this flow to happen instead. So rather than having to know how things are going to work out, I'm in this place of following what feels like I'm really in this thing. I don't know if I said last time or the time before about that call that I've been on about, you know, what if you never, ever, ever had to ever make another decision again in your whole life based on how much you could afford something, and rather how it makes you feel. So that's where I'm going at the moment, is like really feeling into things. Does this feel good? Does it feel aligned with where I'm going next? Does this support the woman? Does this decision, does this choice support the woman that I'm becoming next in my mind? So yeah, getting out of my head. It is way too busy, I know. That's it. And I've got a little thing up here that just says lose your mind. Just lose your mind. And a lot of the stuff that I've been working through is really about being enough, because we, you know, I've always battled with this enoughness stuff, and I think when you're working to, you know, to up level that, it's like the little weaknesses we have are always the ones where the energy goes to you know, for the ego to pull you back. So yeah, so a lot of the stuff is about, it's as if when we start to bring new energy in, the old energy is pushed up. It's like a spot being squeezed. It's like all the pus comes up to the surface, and it's, you know, it's just having those tools to help us move through it quicker. So just been in that beginner's mind, I know nothing. And the other things also, again, from the simplicity point of view, is to relax, let go and trust. relax, let go and trust. And that, I just keep repeating it to myself all the time, relax, let go, trust, all the time. And it seems to help. I think I shared a mantra with you last time. Did I share that with you last time? I'm fairly sure that I did. I expand in abundance, love and success as I inspire others to do the same. That was it. So every time you come up with a limiting belief, it's creating these new, these new pathways in the brain. So as soon as you get that, oh my God, money, money's really short. What am I going to do? Yeah, I'll say, what am I, I don't know, I'm going to pay my rent net, all of them little things that I keep getting at the moment. I expand in abundance. You can put anything in there. In abundance, love and success, if you want to put that in, or something that resonates with you, as I inspire others to do the same. And you keep playing that mantra. And what I am seeing quite a lot is these mantras rather than affirmations, because affirmations are often where we're not, whereas these mantras are a bit more, they kind of work deeper with the those limiting beliefs that are in those neural pathways. So the other one is quite nice, which is one that we work with a little bit in our group, is I'm deeply loved, deeply supported and guided every minute of the day. That's quite nice as well. And then you might want to put I am open to receiving right now, so you can use those. And again, whenever like Ree was saying, having that picture of, I think it's really powerful to have that picture of where you want to be in like 12 months time maybe. And then every choice you make, is it taking me closer to or further away from the woman that I'm yet to become? I think that's really, it is, quite a good way as well. Is it taking me closer or further away from? And then also for expansion and growth, so if you're wanting to make changes, stepping up to next level, I know for some of you, if you changing businesses, leaving jobs, that can feel quite scary. So with any sort of growth, it's always good to come back to the physical body, because the ego mind, which is the part that's trying to shrink us down, is gonna be kind of soothed by us looking after our body. So it's always gonna help if we're looking after our body. So yeah, we always want to kind of know where we're going. You wouldn't set off on a journey without knowing where you're going, really, would you? Without a destination. So I think it's really good to have a picture of seeing yourself, if your work that you're planning on doing, or whatever it is, your business flourishing or whatever, you want to see that happening. It's quite a powerful thing, and focus on that every single day. I'm so thankful for the thriving business that I have. I'm so thankful for the customers that are coming every day for treatments, or for whatever you're doing. I'm so grateful for, because again, gratitude always takes us into that higher vibration of love, which is magnetic. It's magnetic. So it's kind of taking down those belief systems that we've been told. So like it is, what are you believe, what are your underlying belief systems around receiving and being abundant and having, having plenty. What are your beliefs around that? And starting, I think I shared with you the rare journal prompts as well: recognize, acknowledge, reframe, reassure, and embody a new belief. Again, working through those and approaching yourself as as a loving parent as well is quite a positive thing to do when we're, if we're getting any kind of negative stuff coming up of, where we've been told we're not good at anything, or we can't do that, or like some of my, you can't make a living out your hobby, you'll never make a living out your hobby, works hard, you've got to work hard to make a living. If you've had all of that sort of stuff, money don't grow on trees, old stuff. We can create whatever we want, really. Again, it's living magic. I think it's time for women especially to start living their magic and creating what they want. Oh, the journal prompt. So yeah, recognize is the first one, and that is, so bringing to the surface. So it's allowing those limiting beliefs to come up, because we can only deal with them if we're aware of them. So again, rather than pushing it down, bring it up, recognize it. What is it? What is it? What is this limiting belief? So we offload it without any judgment, allow it to come to the surface, and then acknowledge it. So again, acknowledge that you are not that thought. You are not that thought. So you just acknowledge it, disassociate with it, because it's an ego presence, or it's something that somebody's maybe, said to us in the past that's just hovers there under the surface, and it just bubbles up every time you want to rise up a little bit. So, again, just acknowledging it, that it's not your belief. Where has this come from? Yeah, exactly. We don't really want to believe everything we think. So, it's acknowledging it's there, but it's not your belief. I think it's 96% of our beliefs and stuff are not ours. They've come from someone else. And then reframe and reassure. So again, from the new higher belief is to, again, soothe the ego. So we don't want to, we don't want to kill the ego, because we need the ego mind for some things, but we want to soothe it, because I always see like the ego like the inner child, really, the little one, the little one inside that's maybe been damaged. For many of us, it probably will have been. So again, is it true? I think this is a good one to ask, is this true? Like, in my track record, have I ever lost my home? Have I ever been homeless? Have I ever not had food on the table? Have I ever, so again, is it true? Be the nurturing parent. So again, being kind, compassionate towards yourself, and that belief is not you. It's just a belief that has been injected at some point in you, in your timeline. And then embodying a new belief. So how can I reframe that? So again, reframe it. Why may it not be true, and what is the polar opposite to that as well? So what is the opposite of I'm not enough? I am in my light. When we're in our when we're in our radiance, who are we? And what needs to be in place for us to be that? So maybe creating like a mantra, or like a magical mantra that you can work with. Now you want to always have that in place, and then every time those beliefs come, I often find, again, the limiting beliefs will come up when I wake up in the morning. So you might have it on a little sticky pad on the side of bed that you can just start to repeat that when you wake up. So what ideas, what do you have, what ideas have you got bubbling under the surface? What do you get excited about? Because often, I think often, which I think is why circles and groups like this are so great, because often if we share them with people who aren't like-minded, if you think about the seed just starting to pop its head up under the surface, and you've got a little idea of something and you share it with somebody that's not on your vibe, not in your belief system, they're going to just stamp on it, and that's it. It's done. It's gone, and then it's really difficult then to get that inspiration back again. So I think it's quite good. And I think it was Ashley actually I was saying to in Circle, wasn't it, about building that internal strength first, getting that belief in yourself really built first. If you've got people around you that are maybe a little bit more limiting, or that tend to take you away from what is true in your heart, where you've been guided, where you've been where you've been drawn towards. So again, how because sometimes as well, I think sometimes as well is when our mind, what I'm finding a lot is when my mind is leading, it's got all these ideas, and it's like I said, it's really busy, and I could do this, I could do that. But actually, when you start to let that drop a little bit and just sit with your heart, often it's something really different. It can be something really different that and it might just take you somewhere, just a slightly different path. So I think it's worth just softening a little bit. And I think if the head is really like in charge, and you're in this, you're in that push energy, I think it's good just to take a couple of steps back and just sit away from it a little bit, and just sit with what is on my heart, what feels good. I've just had a really an experience with that myself just recently, where my head had been to go, no, we're not doing that anymore, I'm not doing that, and actually when I sat with it, I'm like, yeah, but I love doing that, and actually I do really love doing that, and actually I really love doing that, so I'm really going to do more of that. So it's an interesting, but my little mind was, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyone got anything to share? Yeah, it does confuse people, and I think it can be isolating. I think it can be, when you're working on yourself, it can be quite isolating. I think so, especially if you don't have like-minded people around you. And I think that is sometimes part of it, because what often happens is when you start to kind of work on yourself, a lot of the people that have been around you for a lot of time, if you think about yourself as on a vibrational level, and you're starting to work on raising your vibration, often we do tend to vibrate away from a little bit the people that we might have been, and I think we might have been saying that in Circle actually last week about, all of a sudden, like, my job feels really out of alignment. My friends feel really out of alignment. I don't want to go get pissed in town anymore on a Friday night, So, I always liken it a bit to like Arjuna on the battlefield in the Bhagavad Gita, which is where he has to fight, and he's been, he's on this battlefield and he's got to fight. Now he's got to fight is the people that he's loved. He's got to fight all his habits. He's got to fight, all of the mindset stuff that has always been, all the beliefs and thought patterns and people, and you know, like I say, sometimes family, you know, as well, you know, if you've got family that's quite limiting, you know, just wants to keep you small, then, you know, again, it can be quite, it can be quite difficult, and it can feel really isolating, which is why, you know, we were always taught to have what's called a sangha, which is like, you know, a group of people that are like-minded, so that you can be your full self, you know, at least some of the time, you know, because eventually I think, you know, I mean, I'm not so much now, but you know, I can remember when I first started out, you know, my mum would be saying, you know, to kids, oh, she's away with fairies, your mum. She's away with fairies and stuff, you know, so stuff like that. And so, you know, like it sometimes just can be that we maybe come away a little bit. I wondered about that actually, Fiona. So you've finished, yeah. This is it. I mean, I have literally, I mean, I've left two marriages, 2 relationships in my growth periods because it's just, you know, as you start to grow, sometimes, unless the people around you are growing with you, it gets like, it's really hard to stay in that. It's uncomfortable. It just becomes uncomfortable, really. And so, you know, I've also been through relationship breakdowns because I was never willing to stunt my growth for someone else. So yeah, and teenagers, yeah, and it does feel like a battleground. It totally does. You know, but again, I think there's that saying, isn't there, what was it, something like, the need to grow was so much greater than the need to shrink or something. I can't remember. There's a little saying, a little bit. It is about
to fit in. The need to grow is better than more than the need to fit in.
Yeah, that's it for sure. So yeah, has anyone got anything to share on that? Does anyone else resonate with that as well? Becomes, yeah, family harmony. It becomes, because you sort of become sort of like two different people for a bit of a time. I think it's while you're finding your feet and your, you know, your place.
Yeah, it's like this lady for the last year who's been well-meaning, sort of like in November, she was like, see estate agents tomorrow, please. It's time to be realistic. And then I decided to put my house on the market. I didn't sort of make a big deal of it. And then since then, she's just become so like, stop saying stupid things to estate agents, and like, you can't. And she's like saying, oh no, that house has got an energy rating that's wrong. And it's just like, I've based my whole lot, I'm basing all the decisions on somebody else that's just going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Or isn't even going to visit me. And I just feel like I've got into such a pickle because of just somebody else just telling me what I can't do.
The thing is also, is right, because I think also it's about us, I mean, as women as well, you know, as women, just really being really truthful, like, what is true for me, like what is true for me, and really owning that. I mean, you know, I think there's you know, there is a strength at the moment in, you know, I mean, I'm just gonna go into it. We've just been working with Ganesh actually for a month, like clearing away old you know, old patterns and stuff, but we're moving into the Queen, working with the Queen archetype in April. And the Queen is very much about discernment. You know, she's about setting those boundaries. She makes her own rules, and she's not swayed by what other people think and other people's opinions. So she's very much in a center, you know, she's very much in a center. She's very discerning of who she has within her kingdom. And, you know, it feels quite important that we, you know, we start to kind of work with that a little bit as well. What about when you leave abusive, disrespectful, and your adult kids suddenly support you very, yeah, had a bit of that actually myself. Had that myself actually with my son, well, actually with both of them. I always found with that was just to stay in my center no matter what, and they have found eventually their way around and back. So it's like trying to be as unreactive as possible really around that, not getting into dialogue. I never got into dialogue with my kids over their dad at all. But they've sort of found their way, but it's taken quite a long time. It does take quite a long time. So yeah, the Queen archetype's beautiful. Yeah, it is really amazing. It is heartbreaking. It's awful. I know I've really been in that as well. And it's, yeah, we all need to be more Queen. We definitely do. We definitely do. I feel as if this Queen archetype is very much present just now. You know, because I know there's big movements of women all over the world at the moment that are really stepping into their power, and it's really exciting. So I feel as if you know, we're all stepping up. You know, we're all stepping up and stepping into our greatness. And as we do that, like I said, it feels as if this Queen energy is just she's coming in, and it's, you know, how we can really be how we can be more of who we are. And, you know, the Queen, she sets boundary. She has you know, again, she has discernment of who's in her kingdom, who she, you know, who she has around her. But again, she's sort of like, she always gives her best, but she takes her value from inside. What I love about the Queen energy actually is she has her own value inside of her. So other people, it don't matter what other people think, because her value is so strong inside of her. It's so built inside of her. It's so strong that other people's opinions, she don't give a fuck what other people think about her. Literally, she don't give a fuck. That's all I can say. Yeah, and your circles are going smaller. Yeah. That goes so much. Yeah, that's it. So she has you know, again, that smaller circles, but stronger bonds. You know, that stronger bond. Stop giving a fuck. I think it's a 50 thing, that just stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Yeah. And actually, you know, that thing from, is it from, I can't remember if it's from that 4 agreements or something, about like what other people think of you is none of your business. Yeah, no fucks to give. I like it. So yeah, and just really, you know, been sovereign to yourself, like, you know, like I say, not needing other people's stuff, you know, not needing other people's validation for being who you are. You know, she's very much about that as the Queen as well. So I'm quite excited to journey with her next month as well. That's just a few other things about her. She doesn't play by the rules, she makes her own rules. She's not swayed by other people's opinions. So again, you know, especially if you're working in business. Are you coming in, Sharon? I think it's going to be quite powerful, actually. Yeah, if anyone fancies coming in, it starts on 23rd of April. I think it's going to be quite powerful. And what I find is And what I'm finding is with the people that have been in the circles before, those of you I know that have already journeyed with these, is that when we do it together, it's way more powerful, because we're not only empowering ourselves, it's a collective energy we're working with as well. So the more we step into our queen, then the more the people around us also, you know, are then invited to step into their queen as well. It's very interesting how it plays out. No fucks to give, so offer around us instead. Brilliant. Love it. I love it. Feral women, they're just brilliant, aren't they? Fantastic. All right, great. So just lastly for our has anyone got anything to share? Actually, let's do a 3-card story, in fact. So if you want to pull 3 cards out, put them face down, let's do a little story. I'll put it in the group as well. I'm going to put a feral queen. So that's your story. So if you've got your 3 cards out, you're going to continue that story with your 3 cards. Just let my cat in, because I can hear him whining at the door. Come on, bud. Come on. Good boy. Be more feral is what I say. No. You hear him purring. Oh, Ashley, I'll do you some. It's all right. I'll put you some cards in. I'll do you little. You can't be a feral queen with no oracle cards, Ashley. I'll bring you some next circle. All right, Ashley, so your next first card is harmony. That's perfect for now. Harmony, perfect balance. And then your next one is hope. Out of darkness comes light. Or you can use these. I'll pull you 3 as well, Caroline. And then your third one is calmness, let things settle. So you can use those 3 to create your story. And then I'll just pull some for Caroline. Oh. So Caroline, sanctuary, your first one. Connect to your inner strength. And then the second one is love your body, let your beauty radiate out. And then your third one, which I love for you, Caroline, actually, because it's got lovely flowers, flower crowns. Third one is love, and it's be free from all that holds you back.
Thank you. They sound perfect.
Yeah, they look lovely. They're very you, actually.
Are they? Send me them. I've just actually done, well, I won a boudoir photography.
Oh my God, they
Just
look
entered.
so
So I did that in December. that was interesting.
Oh wow. Oh,
And
you've done it already. I quite
yeah,
fancy one
done
of
it.
them. I keep seeing Mari does them, doesn't
Oh, I've got a voucher for you, and she
Oh,
gave me a
really?
voucher. And I've also just taken part in another project with an artist where you had to send naked photographs of your sacred rage.
Oh,
8 other ladies did it. And so we sent her these photographs, which was so difficult, so hard to stand in front of a mirror, because I don't do mirrors. It's
yeah.
I've had to work on that a lot. That
Yeah,
was so difficult, so hard, but so freeing when we'd done it. And we sent her the photographs, and she's painted us all.
wow.
And we can buy the painting, but she also has them made into oracle cards.
Wow. It's not Cat Shaw, is it?
It is, yes.
Oh, it is Cat Shaw, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
she's amazing, isn't she?
I know. It's
Ree, I'm
yeah,
just putting your cards in.
it's yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I know that Steve is doing a year with Carly with her.
Yeah,
She said it's quite powerful.
it is, yeah. And she even the pencils that she's drawn everybody with, she then, the pencil shavings, she keeps them all, and she's mixed them with sacred water from Glastonbury, and it's
Wow.
all this magic she's weaves into it. And so
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds
so therapeutic as a woman in her 60s who still doesn't know where she's going, what she's doing, and
yeah. Oh,
just
yeah,
loving myself. So that is,
yeah. What I'm just loving at the moment is this just the oh god, yeah, I mean, just women. I'm just loving women at the moment, actually, is what I'm loving. I'm just loving seeing everyone, like these women just rising into their power, and it's really exciting. And also like not good girls, like just
I'm
like,
not being a good girl.
what's the good girls? Like, it's gotta go, it needs to go.
Yeah, and get rid of the word should. I should. Don't just get rid of it completely.
Yeah, don't should yourself.
No shoulds.
No should. Definitely.
I should, or should be doing, or
Yeah, absolutely. We need more wildness is what we need.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's lovely to hear you, familiar
it's
voices.
to see you as well. I haven't seen you for ages.
I know,
Yeah.
and you've just brought me back. I so need this to be back with you.
It's great to see you.
Thank you, and you.
You're
Lovely
welcome.
to hear you and see everyone, Sarah and Kat and Sharon.
Yeah, shoulds don't belong to you, they belong to someone else. They definitely do.
Thank you, yes.
Shoulds belong to someone else. But again, you know what, with you, as I say, if you think about this spell casting, like this thing about being under a spell, like fucking hell, it just resonated with me so much. Like these spells that people weave over us, in our relationships, in our families, and it's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, become spell breakers. I like the idea of being a spell breaker. Yeah, great. Has anyone got anything to share?
I just want to tell you my cards.
Yay! Did you get the Sacred Red Bell?
Oh, these are unbelievable, honestly. I've got, for a feral queen, free spirit.
Oh,
you are the light.
Love that.
And beautiful bandit.
Oh my God. Beautiful. And also there's another saying, isn't there? Good girls rarely make history.
Good girls what?
Rarely make history. Yeah. Ditch the good girls. Yeah. Great. Has anyone else got anything to share? stories or cards or?
I've got don't stop, romance, and it's up to you.
Oh, there you go. Power's always within you, mate.
I know.
It's always there. You go into, you know, the powerless, but you have a strong voice.
I've got it, haven't I, Andrea?
You have 100% got it. Yeah.
Fucking hell, I've gone down such a rabbit hole. I don't know anything like it.
Yeah, that's it. You just, yeah.
It's all right, isn't it?
Bring
Break through,
yourself
break
out.
down. Pardon?
Just dig yourself out.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Is everybody? I wanted to share with you a little bit. Has anyone got? Marika.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Have you
I'm
got
all
Nikki there with you this weekend?
Sorry?
Have you got Nikki there with you this weekend?
No.
No. Oh, I think she said she was going to see Roops, and I didn't know if you were there.
Oh, no. I went up and came back down the same day. I wanted to say that I love what you were saying about I think you said it, reparenting yourself, like being a parent, and it's almost like adding, because the I mean, first of all, I want to just say a huge respect, and because it takes courage to do this shit. And look at your own beliefs and look at your own patterns.
Yeah, it does.
And that's why not everybody does it. So I wanted just to honor you all for doing that. But also that reparenting bit is really important, because otherwise the work is tricky sometimes anyway, but it's like going uphill, right? You're pushing uphill, and you're evening it out, so it's just easier if you can go back to your younger self, and you don't always have to know exactly what memory it is or how old she was. You can just guess. You can literally ask yourself, how old have I been when this belief first came, or when I first received this, or when I first learned this, and just see yourself as that age. Take her to a beautiful place. So don't get into the story on your own, because that can take, sometimes these things come from dark memories or difficult memories. So don't go there on your own. You don't have to do that. But you can take her to a beautiful place, and that can be a magical place, that can be a place in nature, that can be a place from your childhood, anywhere that you can have a talk, and then bring in your resources, whatever you work with, angels, guides, fairies, air, water, fire, earth, whatever you work with, and have that conversation with her. And from your wise woman now, that wasn't true, darling. That story is a story. That's all it is. And reframe it for her, from you to her. And that reparenting is so important. And of course, you can, there's lots of ways to do in a child work, and I do that with my clients daily, but you can also do it yourself. And it's so important, because then when you come to embodying the new belief and reframing it for yourself, like you were saying, then it's so much easier. You're not pushing up, because that little girl isn't going, but that's not true, but I learned that, and she holds that for you. So and I feel the same way about the Queen. That is, oh my God, that archetype is so powerful. But if she's coming from her princess, a princess that might have been stumped and not grown into her, then it's going to be hard for her to really embody that feral queen. Because as a princess, she was hurt and she wasn't healed. And it's going back, healing the princess, so that she can then just step into who she really, right, her truth. So that reparenting bit, I think, is so key, and it's in a child world. Like I said, there's lots and lots of.
And I think it's that just being kind, isn't it? I think it's just being kind to ourselves as well, and being kind to that, that child.
That's it. with
Oh, that
compassion,
little
just
you.
huge compassion and huge, you know,
Mm.
just almost, but it's amazing how beautiful it is when you're literally almost talking to yourself as your younger self, as if, and the way I do it that I find easier is almost seeing her almost as a niece, or or you know, your daughter, your niece, your goddaughter.
Yeah.
You, but she is.
Mm.
But you know, what love, compassion, wisdom can you bring to her that
Mm.
she can take on board?
Yeah,
And that's really nice, because you know, all of you are amazing, wise, intelligent women that have all this just wisdom and learning, and just teach that, you know, go back. But it's not the same as just going, oh well, I know it now, I'm an adult, I know it, I'm not 15 anymore. Well, go back and teach her. Yeah,
definitely. And it does, I mean, it, you know, I mean, let's say I've just been going through it myself, and we've been doing some timeline stuff just recently, and it's it, you know, taking you back to the first time you ever experienced,
that's it,
the 5, like, you know, anger and all of that, and it might be in a past life, even it might take you even further back than that as well. So it's really interesting to do it. But again, that's just been kind, just been really kind to the inner, you know, the inner child. And also, like, I think somebody put some on that post about mums as well. And, you know, if mums weren't present, if mums were cruel, you know, if you had that, you know, that damaged mother archetype, then, you know, again, I tend to find with the parent, you know, I had a damaged male masculine, seeing him or her as a child as well, and they've also had that distorted pattern, you know, that's been and then sometimes the sort of release of that can be really helpful as well. It's really good.
So you can see, if you can see that, if it's an ancestral thing, you can see your ancestors, patterns. You can even see them as their younger, like you said, their younger self instead of the
because quite often we get a bit stuck, don't we, in the anger towards the perpetrator sort of thing, you know, that as well, and that can hold us back quite a lot as well. So again, I always find, like, it's really, because I always do used to do a journaling thing where I just use like a couple of prompts, like quick fire prompts, and one of them was I forgive. Every time I got that I forgive, I used to get a real resistance to forgive, but I can release quite happily. So I ended up reframing that a little bit and actually working with I release rather than I forgive, and I found that really helpful in my, you know, in my own journey as well. Thank you, lovely.
Just wanted to say
gorgeous, thank you. We're going to work with the Queen, and actually the shadow is going to be the prostitute. Actually, that's who we're going to work with alongside the Queen, because again, that, you know, selling ourselves short, selling ourselves out, you know, burning out as well, you know, all of that sort of overgiving energy as well, and you know, really balancing that with this Queen energy. So I think it's going to be a great journey. I'm sure I have actually been a prostitute in many lifetimes, I think. Now I'm really in at the moment working with my prostitute shadow just now. So yeah, great. Anyone else got anything to share at all? So if nobody's got anything else to share, if you've got some if you've got some grapefruit oil, that'd be good. If you've got some, if you don't have any, or you've just got some citrusy oil, then you can just bring that in, and we'll do a little self massage. And what I wanted to do with this, and if you can bring this in as part of a daily practice, self massage I love, and I love it at this time of year as well. But what I'd like to invite you to do, again, with that beginner's mind, is to really approach yourself as if it's the first time. So just as if it's the first time you've ever approached your body, if you've ever, you've ever looked at your hands as if it's the first time. So just really meet yourself as if it's the first time. So the energy, the beauty of grapefruit oil, which I love, is it's that my gift to you is honoring yourself. So this particular oil helps us to release toxicity in thoughts as well as our body. So again, if we have any, it's great for like this time of year, or if you're doing a cleanse, to work alongside any cleansing practices that you might be doing. But it invites listening to the body with kindness, compassion, and to fall in love with it and bring it to its full glory. So when we, connect in this way with our body, and I think especially for those of us that are maybe in perimenopause or menopause, we might have fallen out of love with our body a bit. Our body might have, fat where we don't want fat. It might have veins where we don't want veins, wrinkles where we don't want, it might have all them. So, oftentimes I think there is, I find through menopause, perimenopause, there is, it's a journey in itself. And to maintain that self-love through that journey, I find can be quite difficult to do. It can feel quite difficult to do because there is such a level of acceptance, of all that we are on all levels, that our bodies are changing. We started going through perimenopause. I was like, what is wrong? All I kept saying is, what is wrong with me all the time? What is wrong with me? Like something is, I felt like I had some sort of alien had just completely taken over my insides, and I just could not find who I used to be anymore at some points during that. So there is this invitation to really fall in love with our body, to hold it in love in its absolute glory and radiance, because our bodies are amazing. So it's really invites body love, self-acceptance, self-assurance, and also self-reliance. So the affirmation, the mantra that goes with this is, I love and accept myself as I am. So I love and accept myself as I am. So if you want to bring a little bit into your hands, and I tend to have, my period, and my sisters did the same, stopped the day my mum died. Both of us never had a period since, just went straight into menopause the day she died. So it was pretty tough, and it was not pleasant at the time, because we were in a grief process and menopause. So it was an interesting process. So if you want to just bring your awareness to your hands, or an arm or a leg or a foot or whatever you want to massage, but I just want you just to have a little moment with yourself and just observe that part of your body. Feel into any tightness, any tension, any lumps or bumps or anything that you've not noticed before, but just really honor yourself, really honor yourself, that part of your body that you're touching, that you're holding, because we can be really mean to ourselves at times. And I found the self massage to be one of the most profound things I've ever, rituals I've ever taken on board. It really has been quite a game changer for me in my own body. If anybody's had eating disorders and things like that over, body stuff going on, I've found this to be such a lovely practice for acceptance. And again, it's a good thing you can do either morning or night. I always find it quite nice to do my feet at night. It's quite grounding and quite nice to do. And also having a like an oil warmer as well. So I have either I put a little bottle on my radiator, or I have I've got a little warmer that I have at the side of my bed, just to warm that oil up. So again, it's called you know, you've heard it's called Abhyanga, which means applying love. So your hands are an extension of your heart chakra. And so when we place our hands on ourselves and on someone else, we apply love. So it's like, you know, you're applying love to yourself. So normally, if you're doing self-massage, you would do your whole body. Yeah, me too. Me too. Put my body through a fair bit and all over years. I remember actually, I can't remember where I was. What was I doing? I must have been doing a training somewhere. I don't know if I was abroad somewhere. And we must have been doing something with lungs. I think we were doing metal element actually with lungs, and I used to smoke. And just feeling so awful, you know, that I'd done that to myself. Like now I'm like, I can't believe I used to do that to my poor lungs. So yeah, again, you know, if you've been, you know, like you know, liver, if you've been, you know, if you've drank, you know, a fair bit, and had any drug use, anything like that, then the liver, you know, is going to be happy to have a little bit of TLC as well. But you know, like if we apply attention to anything, and then we apply love to anything, you know, whether it be a plant or our children or you know, anything, it blossoms. You know, we have this lovely awareness that when we apply love to ourselves, you know, we blossom. It's just a lovely practice to get into. So if you're doing self-massage in a morning, it's good to do feet up because you're lifting the energy and bringing it up. And if you're doing it at bedtime, it's nice to do it head down or face down, you know, so that you work down. There's also a nice thing like a copper. I've got one here, actually. I think it's in the bathroom, but I've got like a copper. It's called a Kanza wand. And you can use that also on your feet, which is really good. For those of you that are a bit ungrounded at the moment, then, you know, that foot massage at bedtime is really good to do to help you with your grounding. So again, just noticing if there's any bits on your hands and feet that might feel a little bit, you know, like a bit, I always feel like a bit of a bruisey feeling, you know, just maybe work it a little bit more just to move the energy on from that. But just really feeling into the amazingness of your body, really, because it is amazing. As much as, you know, we can be mean to ourselves, it is a pretty amazing piece of kit, isn't it? All right, how's that going? Is that feeling nice? Is that a nice thing to do? If you find it difficult, do it more. What we resist, we need more of. So if you find that self-love and, you know, applying that self-care difficult, then please push through that resistance and do it more, because honestly, it is quite an amazing thing to do for yourself. All right, good. So, we've got any intentions for this month? If you want to put your intentions to be witnessed in the group, then you might want to put them in and just type them in. You've got an intention for yourself, or if there's anything that you've learned that you might want to just put in there, you can. No limits, yeah. Release resistance to change, love that, because that's what happens, I think, as well. I mean, you're in a growth place, aren't you, at the moment? It's really hard. Thing is, you know, again, you know, we want to stay in our comfort zones, but I know it's difficult. Lots of grounding, Sharon.
It was lovely how you explained the soul and the human self, because that is so it, isn't it? You know, the human is like screaming at you, like, what do you think you're doing? But the soul is also screaming. So that's where your resistance comes in, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, definitely. My happiness is not dependent on outside events. No, it absolutely is not. It's a choice. And I think that's the other thing is with the Queen energy as well, is I choose. You know, it is, and it's massive when we begin to choose, you know, rather than looking always outside for validation, or, you know, for someone else to give us permission to choose. It's not a thing. Get your house on the market, Sarah. Yeah, it's a good time now for that. No more hiding from myself. Amazing. Gorgeous. Yeah, it's the energy for this is feeling very strong just at the moment. Really, yeah, you've got to do it, Nikki. It's real hard, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Teenagers, nightmare. It doesn't actually get any better, actually. I know, at 30 odd and still. Oh, see you, Karen. Take care. Lots of love, honey. Confidence. Yeah, getting back in your love lane and all, you know, just get back in your love lane, you know, and again, you know, owning your happiness comes from within you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Tantrums. Oh God, you've got a lot to come yet. Yeah, lovely. Brilliant. Got some great intentions for the month. Brilliant. Study. Oh, what are you studying, Anna?
As I said, this the postural stability stuff that I'd written ages ago.
Nice.
Has got booked for in-service training, and I'm feeling, oh, better go and revise that.
Yeah, lovely. Lovely. Yeah, no. Right. We went to Viking Centre yesterday. I cannot believe I've lived in York 56 years and I've never been to the bloody Viking Centre, never. It was amazing. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. I'm really loving this, I'm just really loving this Viking energy. I'm sure I am a Viking, actually. I'm really resonating with it. It's really great. I didn't do history at school. I hated it. My history teacher used to beat us up. So we didn't like going to class, just used to jig off. So we used to get hit with stuff, books and things. I don't know if anyone else ever had that at school where they used to launch the board rubbers at your head and stuff. It was like Borstal was out of school. So we just used to get battered all the time. So class wasn't great, and history definitely wasn't good. Oh, Viking, yeah, I know, I think so. I'm really, really loving it. Actually, that was another thing that has been coming up with me just recently also is, what's the word now? Congruence, that's it. So the more that we connect with more who we are, more of that energy, the more congruent we become. And the more congruent we become, the more the universal energy can come and meet us there. So it's more, you know, we get into more and more alignment with who we are. Freya vibes, yeah. Yeah, I love it. All right, great. So I'm going to just finish off with a little anchoring your intentions, little activation to anchor them into the earth. Oh, dungeons. Oh, we were gonna go there actually. It was 20 quid to get in, 20 quid each to get into dungeons. And then I was like, oh, I can't afford to go do that today. I shouldn't say I can't afford it. I chose not to pay that yesterday, but we will go again. All right, so let's just get again, just keep if you can keep if you've taken a couple of rituals that you've liked, journaling, dance, actually, I find thinking about with your yoga, if you find that you're resisting yoga, sometimes if I'm resisting doing my yoga, I'll just put a dance track on for like something to dance to first, and it just gets me moving. And then once I'm moving, I'm good to get on my mat and do a bit. So yeah, dance is great exercise anyhow. Put it on while you're cooking your breakfast in the kitchen. It's brilliant. So let's just have a couple of breaths. You can again just take your palms down on your knees and neck down again, just that nice grounded energy, which is always good. When we slow down, our energy speeds up, so this is great. So always, taking the time to just slow ourselves down, bring our roots down. Remember to do that every day and you will not go far wrong. So just allowing your weight down, and then from that place of groundedness with your next breath, just feel as if you expand, like you just take up a bit more space in your room. Just take up that space. You deserve every space that you take. So just let yourself take that bit more space. And then again, just connecting down into your roots. Imagine those roots going deep down into the earth, that red heart of Mother Earth, and really connect down there. And then maybe you can imagine like a bit of an energetic exchange, so that as you breathe in, just draw the earth energy upwards. And then as you breathe out, send in your energy down. So again, you just create that little exchange of energy there. And then as you envision what you'd like to plant this spring in this fertile soil, what you want to dream, what your dream is for yourself, just allow each out breath to carry that dream, carry that intention, carry that wish, whatever it is for you. Just carry it down into the earth. So you just begin to really ground it into the earth. And begin to picture your intention planted in the earth. Just really imagine what it is. What is it that you want to bring into your life? Who is that woman that you're becoming next? Really see her. And just keep planting that intention down with every out breath. Take it down, ground it, activate it with your breath, and ground it into the heart of Mother Earth.
Breathe in the sky, every sun, every moon, in every galaxy, into your heart. Oh, we are one. I am. Breathe in the trees. Breathe in the trees. Every leaf, every flower, and every blade of grass, into your heart. Oh, we are one. I am. Breathe in the sun. Breathe in the moon. Breathe in every galaxy. Into your heart. I am. Into your heart. I am. Into your heart. We are one. Oh, we are one. I am. We are one. I am. We are one.
Just gently begin to deepen your breath. Just allowing your awareness to gently bubble to the surface. You can just bring your palms together, maybe just rub your hands together. And bringing your palms gently over your heart, just connecting with your beautiful heart. And we'll close our circle with a lovely prayer for love by Nell Aurelia. So with our beautiful intentions grounded into the earth, may I taste the wisdom of the stars and be reborn in the heart of the fire. May I dance like the flames. May the roaming winds cup my ancestors' words to my ears. May I find a mother's love in the salty embrace of the ocean. May I act with integrity. May love be the root of all my communications, even when I am offered something different. May I know every encounter is soul, sanctioned, blessed, and approved, and contains a gift, so I may learn and grow. May I remember this as often as I can, and may I be gentle with myself when I forget. May I remember it only ever takes a heartbeat to return, to change course, to transform. May the path be firm beneath my feet, and the moon's blessings envelop me always. However clouded the sky or bright the sun, may self-care and acceptance be the seeds I sow. May their growth be the model my daughters learn from. May I remember that all I do in meeting my shadow and ending old patterns from past generations clears and cleanses the way ahead for my children, my line. Bring me peace and honours my ancestors and their gift of living. May I return to joy again and again, however I may need to express my anger, my grief or my sadness, my distraction and uncertainty. May I return always to my birthright of joy. May I know I am love. May all beings know they are too. May we return to knowing oneness, to rising, diving, spiraling in unity. May the sun light our hearts. So with that in mind, just allowing a beautiful inner smile to rise from your heart to your face and to your eyes as we close our circle today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Susie. Lovely to see you too. So have a beautiful month ahead. I'm not quite sure when the next one is because I'm actually going on holiday for the first time in 5 years abroad. I'm going to be on a beach, can't believe it. So I'm not quite sure. It may be actually Easter weekend. I'm not sure, 9th, maybe around there. So have a wonderful month ahead, and I will hopefully see you really soon. Sending you loads of love. You're welcome. Thank you. See you soon. See you soon, Ree, as well. I'll be in your place really soon. Couple of weeks. Can't wait. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.